My fiancé laughed. I've been sleeping with your dad for 6 months, at dinner. I said, I know. Then revealed I'd been recording everything for my mom's divorce lawyer. Dad lost $30 million and she got named in the lawsuit. I, 29 male, sat there at my parents' anniversary dinner, watching my fiancée Celeste, 27, get progressively drunker on expensive wine. My dad Richard, 52, kept refilling her glass, giving her these little looks. My mom Patricia, 50, was talking about their upcoming 30th anniversary trip to Italy. Then Celeste started giggling. That drunk, mean giggle I'd learned to recognize. This is so stupid, she slurred. This whole happy family thing. Mom paused mid-sentence. Excuse me? Celeste looked directly at me. Your son's pathetic, Patricia. Can't satisfy a woman. That's why I've been sleeping with Richard for 6 months. The silence was deafening. Mom's face went white. Dad started to speak, but Celeste wasn't done. He's so much better than your son. Richer, more experienced, actually knows what he's doing. We laugh about how clueless you both are. I took a sip of water, put down my glass, looked her dead in the eyes. I know. Celeste's drunk smile faltered. What? I've known for 4 months, since February. Dad stood up. Son, this isn't what. Sit down, Richard. Mom's voice was ice. Let him finish. I pulled out my phone. Mom, remember when you asked me to help install that new security system at the house? The one with cameras? She nodded slowly. I installed a few extra ones. In Dad's home office, his private entrance, the pool house. Dad's face went from red to gray. I have everything. Every visit. Every conversation, including the one where you two discussed hiding assets from Mom. Oh, and Celeste? Remember when you bragged about getting pregnant to secure the bag? That's recorded too. Celeste dropped her wine glass. It shattered on the marble floor. You're not actually pregnant, I continued. I know because I saw the fake pregnancy test you bought online, the one you were planning to use after the wedding. Mom stood up, perfectly calm. Jordan, did you send everything to my lawyer? 3 hours ago, Mom. Mr. Garrison says it's the most comprehensive evidence package he's ever received. See, what Celeste and Dad didn't know was that Mom had suspected something for months. She'd asked me to install cameras for security but really wanted proof. I found way more than either of us expected. Dad tried to salvage something. Patricia, honey, we can work this out. Your prenup becomes void with infidelity, Richard. I believe that's, what was it Mr. Garrison said, Jordan? 30 million in assets plus the company's shares. Dad collapsed back into his chair. Celeste was frantically texting someone. My cousin's a lawyer. You can't record people without consent. This is illegal. One-party consent state, I said. I was present for half the recordings as I live there too. The office recordings? Mom's name is on the deed. She consented. You set me up, she screeched. No, you exposed yourself. At dinner, in front of witnesses. Update 1. The entitlement has reached astronomical levels. First, Celeste tried to salvage our relationship. Genuinely thought I'd still marry her. Showed up at my apartment at 2 a.m. crying. Baby, I was drunk. I didn't mean it. Your dad manipulated me. You literally have a recording of you saying, and I quote, Jordan's so stupid, I'll take half his tech startup in the divorce while screwing his dad. That was taken out of context. The context was you were writing my father in my childhood bedroom. She switched tactics. Fine, but you owe me. 3 years together. You promised me a future. A future you were planning to destroy after getting my shares in the company. Then she dropped the bomb. I'll tell everyone you knew and did nothing that you're a cuck who watched. Go ahead. Tell everyone you were sleeping with your fiancé's father. See how that works out for your image. She left, but not before stealing my Nintendo Switch. Petty, but whatever. Then Dad tried the guilt approach. Showed up at my office with tears. Tears. Son, you destroyed our family. No, you destroyed it when you slept with my fiancée. She seduced me. I'm a victim here. My assistant was watching through the glass door, jaw dropped. Dad, I have video of you literally texting her to come over while Mom was at her book club. You don't understand, your mother and I, things haven't been good. So you sleep with my 27-year-old fiancé? She made me feel young again. You're going to feel real young paying alimony. He tried to grab my laptop. Security had to escort him out. A 52-year-old executive being dragged out by security while shouting about his ungrateful son. My coworkers are still talking about it. But the peak entitlement? Celeste's mom, Rita, called me. How dare you humiliate my daughter? She humiliated herself. You were supposed to marry her. I already paid for the venue, with my credit card, which I've disputed. She's traumatized. She had to move back home. Traumatized from sleeping with my dad? You're ruining her reputation. No one will date her now. Actions have consequences. I'll sue you for emotional damages. Get in line, behind my mom's divorce lawyer. The legal letters started rolling in. Celeste hired some ambulance chaser who sent a cease and desist about the illegal recordings. Mom's lawyer responded with a single paragraph basically saying, "Lol, no." Then Celeste did something spectacularly stupid. She started a blog, Surviving a Narcissist, My Story. She painted herself as a victim of my psychological manipulation, and my dad as another victim of my elaborate scheme. According to her, I orchestrated everything to destroy two innocent people. Problem, she used real names and made provably false claims. Mom's lawyer added defamation to the lawsuit. Update 2: Discovery phase of mom's divorce has been illuminating. Turns out, Dad and Celeste weren't just having an affair. They had a business arrangement. Dad was paying for her apartment that I thought she was splitting with roommates. Her car payments, she told me her parents helped. Her boutique she was starting, selling drop-shipped garbage. Her cousin's wedding gift, $5,000 cash. Her lips fillers, I knew they looked different. Total, $73,000 over 6 months. From my family's money. But here's where it gets insane. Celeste was keeping a spreadsheet, called it Operation Upgrade. The plan: 1. Marry me, get access to my tech startup shares. 2. Continue affair with Dad. 3. Divorce me after 2 years, claiming abuse. 4. Blackmail Dad with affair evidence. 5. End up with money from both of us. She wrote, Jordan's company will IPO soon. Conservative estimate, 2 to 3 million of payout. Richard's guilt money, $500K minimum. Total score, $3.5 million by age 30. My mom's lawyer is having a field day. But wait, there's more. Dad tried to hide assets, moved $2 million to an offshore account. Problem? He did it after being served divorce papers. That's fraud. Mom's forensic accountant found it in 48 hours. Dad's now looking at criminal charges. His lawyer dropped him. Meanwhile, Celeste escalated. She called my company's investors. Told them I was mentally unstable and vindictive and they should reconsider funding. Our lead investor, Wendy, called me laughing. Your ex-fiancée just tried to tank your company because you caught her with your dad? This is better than Netflix. They didn't pull funding. They increased it. Apparently, they admired my strategic thinking under personal pressure. Then came the family drama. My dad's brother, Uncle Pete, chose sides. Team Dad. Started spreading rumors that Mom was having an affair too. That's why she entrapped Dad. Mom's response? She sued him too. Turns out, Pete's been embezzling from the family business for years. Dad knew and covered it up. The forensic accountant found that too. Pete's wife Qley called me screaming that I've destroyed the family and her kids won't have college funds now. Maybe Pete shouldn't have stolen $400,000 then. That money was promised to him. Promised? It was embezzlement, Qley. Your mom is vindictive. My mom was cheated on with my fiancé, by my dad, in our house. She hung up. Celeste, realizing the legal bills were mounting, tried a Hail Mary. She contacted my ex-girlfriend from college, Harmony, trying to get dirt on me. Harmony immediately forwarded me everything. Bro, your ex-fiancé is psycho. She offered me $1,000 for abuse stories about you. I told her the worst thing you did was forget to DVR The Bachelor once. I sent those screenshots to Mom's lawyer too. Update 3. The implosion is complete. Dad's arrest happened at his country club, during golf, with clients. The fraud charges were serious, moving assets during divorce proceedings, plus the embezzlement cover-up, plus tax evasion. Yeah, they found that too. His mugshot made the local business journal. The headline, Tech Executive's Affair Leads to Federal Charges. He called me from jail. Son, please. I need bail money. Ask Celeste, she blocked my number. Shocking. Your mother won't answer. Also shocking. You're my son, and you were sleeping with my fiancé. He got bailed out by his lawyer. New one, expensive. But the damage was done. His company forced him to resign. His reputation? Destroyed. Meanwhile, Celeste's situation got worse. Remember that boutique she started with Dad's money? She hadn't been paying taxes, or vendors, or rent, because she assumed Dad would cover it. When his assets got frozen, everything collapsed. She owes $45,000. Her solution? She tried to sell the ring I gave her. Problem: it was my grandmother's ring. Mom's mother, who's still alive, and very interested in getting it back. Grandma Agnes showed up at Celeste's apartment with her lawyer. "That's my ring, dear. I loaned it to my grandson, for his future wife. You're not his wife." Celeste tried to claim it was a gift. Grandma had receipts, literal receipts, plus insurance documents showing it was a family heirloom on loan. Police got involved. Celeste had to return the ring or face theft charges. She returned it. Grandma immediately gave it back to me. For when you find someone who's not a home-wrecking trash bag, dear. The divorce proceedings have been brutal. Mom's getting the house, worth $4 million, 60% of all assets, full ownership of 3 rental properties, alimony of $15,000 a month, Dad's vintage car collection, total, about $30 million. Dad's left with his 401k and 1 condo. He's 52, jobless, and toxic in the business community. But here's the beautiful karma. Celeste got served too. She's named in the divorce as paramour, and Mom's suing her for alienation of affection. It's a real law in our state. She could owe Mom up to $500,000. Celeste's reaction? She went to Dad's condo, demanding he pay for her lawyer. Dad's new girlfriend answered the door. Yeah, he already moved on. With a 23-year-old bartender named Bambi. Celeste lost it, threw a plant at the door, got arrested for vandalism. Her mugshot's worse than Dad's. Final update: it's over, and the ending is exactly what they deserved. Dad's criminal trial was quick: fraud, tax evasion, embezzlement, conspiracy. His lawyer negotiated a plea deal: 18 months in minimum security, $2 million in fines, 5 years probation. He reports to prison next month. Bambi already left him for a crypto bro. Uncle Pete got 3 years. Qley divorced him and moved back with her parents. Celeste's legal situation is a masterpiece of karma. The alienation of affection suit, she lost. Owes Mom $350,000. Her boutique bankruptcy, investigated for fraud because she was hiding assets. The defamation from her blog, another $50,000. Tax evasion, the IRS entered the chat. She owes $23,000 in back taxes. Total debt, $468,000. At 27 years old, she tried declaring bankruptcy. Judge denied it. Alienation of affection and defamation judgments aren't dischargeable. Her solution? She started an OnlyFans. Home-wrecking hottie was her brand. It lasted 1 week. Someone, definitely not me, sent the links to her conservative parents and their church congregation. Rita called me sobbing, begging me to make it stop. I can't control the internet, Rita. You've ruined her life. She ruined her own life when she slept with my dad. She made a mistake. For 6 months? Celeste had to move back to her parents' small town. Population 2,000. Where everyone knows what she did because Rita's church prayer circle spread it as a prayer request. She's working at a gas station. Her cousin, the lawyer, disowned her after the fake pregnancy test thing came out. Last week she texted me from a new number. "I'm sorry, can we talk?" I didn't respond. She texted again. "I know you hate me, but I'm drowning, please." Still didn't respond. Final text: "You won. Are you happy?" I responded, "I didn't win anything. I just refused to lose." Blocked. As for me, Mom and I are closer than ever. We're actually in therapy together, working through the betrayal. She's dating a nice guy named Eugene who owns a bookstore and thinks this whole story is cinematically karmic. The company's doing great. We closed Series B funding. My ex Harmony is actually our new CFO, purely professional. She's happily married. I'm in therapy too. Trust issues? Yeah, you could say that. But my therapist says I handled everything remarkably well considering. Started dating someone new. Her name's Quinn. She's a forensic accountant. We met through Mom's divorce lawyer. She thinks the spreadsheet Celeste kept is the most idiotic thing she's ever seen in her career. Mom kept the house. Dad's stuff is in storage. She's turning his office into an art studio. Dad writes me letters from prison. I return them unopened. Celeste still posts on social media about being a survivor of narcissistic abuse. She gets maybe 3 likes, all from her mom's fake accounts. The last I heard through the grapevine, Dad's learning to play chess in prison. He's lost 30 pounds from stress. Celeste got fired from the gas station for stealing lottery tickets. She's being sued by 3 credit card companies. Her parents are considering kicking her out. She applied to be on a reality show about redemption. They rejected her. Mom's lawyer kept all the evidence in a file, labeled the stupidest criminals ever. He shows it to law students as an example of what not to do. The judge from Mom's divorce case? He wrote a legal blog post about it, names changed. Title, When Hubris Meets Evidence, a case study in self-destruction. To everyone asking why I waited to reveal everything, I needed them to feel safe, comfortable, arrogant enough to admit it publicly. If I'd confronted them privately, it would have been denials and lies. By letting Celeste drunkenly confess at dinner with witnesses while I had months of evidence? Irrefutable. My mom deserved justice. She got it. My dad deserved consequences. He got them. Celeste deserved nothing. That's exactly what she ended up with. Me? I learned that sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate. It's just letting people face the natural consequences of their actions, with evidence. Lots and lots of evidence. P.S. Grandma Agnes is savage. She sent Celeste a Christmas card to her parents' house. It just said, "Hope you're enjoying small-town life. I hear the gas station is hiring." Oh wait. P.P.S. Mom's using Dad's alimony payments to fund a women's shelter. She named it Fresh Start House. The irony is delicious. My fiancé left our wedding venue meeting suddenly, texting, "Can't do this, sorry." I replied to the planner, "Cancel everything." Then I found out she'd run back to her ex who'd just gotten divorced. 72 hours later, both her and her ex were frantically calling me after. I, 32 male, was sitting in this fancy wedding planner's office, the kind with the little cucumber water and magazines about centerpieces, going over final details with my fiancé. Wedding was 3 months out. We'd already dropped like 40 grand on deposits. Venue locked in, guest list finalized. Her dress getting the last alterations. Everything was perfect, or so I thought. My fiancé's phone buzzes. She looks at it, and I swear all the color drains from her face like someone pulled a plug. "I need the bathroom," she says, grabbing her purse. "Want me to come with?" No thanks. Be right back." She basically sprints out of the office. The planner and I exchange awkward glances. We keep talking about table settings or whatever, but I'm watching the clock. 5 minutes. 10, 15. My phone buzzes. "Can't do this. I'm so sorry. I just can't." I stare at it. Read it again. The planner's still going on about uplighting options. Text back. "What do you mean you can't do this?" Those 3 dots pop up, disappear, pop up again. My heart's doing weird things. "I'm not ready for marriage. I need time. Please don't hate me." The planner finally notices my face. "Is everything all right?" I show her the screen. She goes pale too, which honestly makes me feel slightly better because at least I'm not crazy for thinking this is insane. Another text. I'm sorry. I just can't marry you." Something in my brain just clicks. Ice cold. Crystal clear. She didn't say we need to talk. She didn't say she needs a minute. She said she can't. Past tense. Decision made. I look at the planner. "Cancel the wedding." "I'm sorry? Everything. Cancel all of it." "Sir, maybe you should take some time to..." "Cancel the wedding." She's looking at me like I'm the one losing it. "But the deposits, you've already paid nearly $40,000. Most of that is non-refundable at this point." "I know what I paid. Cancel it anyway." Spent the next 3 hours in that office. Called the venue. $15,000 deposit. Gone. Non-refundable. Called the photographer. $2,000. Caterer. $5,000. But they were nice enough to offer half back since we were still 3 months out. DJ. Florist. The vintage car company. The ice sculpture guy. Yeah, we had an ice sculpture guy. Every single one, gone. The planner kept trying to talk me out of it. Maybe she just has cold feet. This is normal. Let her calm down and... She's not coming back. How do you know? Because she didn't panic text me from the bathroom. She left the building and texted me from somewhere else. She's already gone. By the time I walked out of that office, our wedding didn't exist anymore. Just a bunch of non-refundable deposits and a group text to send out later. Got back to our apartment. My apartment, technically. Bought it 2 years before we got together. Her name on nothing. And she wasn't there. All her stuff was still there. Closet full of clothes. Bathroom covered in her makeup. But no her. Called her phone. Straight to voicemail. "Hey, it's me. Where are you? We need to talk." Nothing. Texted, "At least tell me you're safe." Read receipt. No response. Called her best friend. She picks up weird voice all tight. Hey, where is she? Who? Don't. Just don't. Where's my fiancée? I really think you should talk to her about. She won't answer. She left our wedding planning meeting and sent me a breakup text. Where is she? Long pause. I don't know. You're lying. I have to go. If you know something. Click. She hung up on me. Sat in my apartment surrounded by her stuff trying to figure out what the actual hell just happened. We'd been together 3 years. Engaged for 1. Everything was fine. We'd had dinner the night before, talked about honeymoon plans. She'd seemed normal. What changed in 12 hours? Got my answer the next morning from her sister. She called me at like 7 a.m. crying. I just found out. I'm so sorry. I can't believe she did this. Did what? Where is she? Her sister takes this shaky breath. She's with him, her ex. He got divorced last week. I actually laugh. Can't help it. You're joking. I wish I was. Apparently they've been talking for months. He told her he was getting divorced and she's been waiting for him to be available again. Are you serious right now? She called our mom this morning, said she made a mistake getting engaged to you, that she never got closure with him, that she needs to see if they can work. I'm standing in my kitchen holding my phone thinking about how she'd sworn her ex meant nothing, how she'd told me he was the worst relationship of her life, how she'd said I was different, better, the one, all lies. Thanks for telling me, I manage. I'm so sorry. If there's anything, there's not. But thanks. Hang up. Sit down. Process. She'd been planning this, waiting. Keeping me as backup while she waited for him to be single. The second his divorce cleared, she was out. Pulled out my phone, sent one last text to her number, hope it works out with your ex. Then blocked her everywhere. Instagram, everything. Just gone. Started making a list of everything that needed handling. Joint gym membership under my card, canceled her access. Streaming services she used, changed passwords. Car insurance where she was listed as a driver of my car, removed her. This was gonna suck, but at least I'd found out before the wedding. The calls started exactly 3 days later. My phone starts blowing up with unknown numbers. Finally answered one. Oh my God, finally. We need to talk right now. It's her, calling from someone else's phone. We have nothing to talk about. Yes, we do. The wedding vendors are calling me. They want money. Yeah, that's how cancellations work. You need to help me with this. No, I don't. The venue wants $15,000. The photographer wants $2,000. The caterer. I know what they want. You signed all the contracts. Because I was planning our wedding. Yeah, and then you left me for your ex, so now you're planning how to pay the cancellation fees. Good luck with that. You can't be serious. You canceled everything. Because you left me. What was I supposed to do? Keep a wedding venue booked for a wedding that's not happening? You should have waited. We could have talked. You sent me a breakup text and disappeared. There was nothing to wait for. I need help with these bills. Then ask your ex. You left me for him, remember? He says it's not his problem. Wow, sounds like you're dating a real winner. Again, you're being such a hung up. Blocked that number. Immediately got another call from a different number. Her again. Don't hang up. Did anyway. Blocked. This continued for like an hour. Different numbers. Her friends' phones, her sister, random numbers I didn't recognize. Finally just turned my phone off. Turned it back on later to find 38 missed calls and a bunch of voicemails. Listen to one. You're ruining my life. These vendors won't stop calling. I can't afford this. You have to help me. We were going to get married. Deleted them all without listening to the rest. Her sister texted. Please call her back. She's having a breakdown. Not my problem anymore. Sister, the bills are crazy. She can't pay them. We should have thought about that before abandoning our relationship. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. She left. Bills are hers. Bye. Blocked her too. Found out what was actually happening from a mutual friend who felt bad for me. Apparently my ex had been in contact with her ex-boyfriend for like 6 months. He'd been telling her his marriage was over, that he'd made a mistake not marrying her. All this romantic garbage. The second his divorce finalized, she'd been ready to jump. That text she got in the planner's office? Kim. Telling her it was official. So she'd literally left our wedding planning to go be with him. Told him she'd left her fiancé for him. Expected to move right in with him. Except, plot twist. He'd just gotten divorced. Was living in a tiny studio. Paying alimony. Broke. And when she showed up ready to move in, he'd been like, "Whoa, slow down, I'm not ready for that." So she'd been crashing with friends, waiting for him to be ready. While vendor after vendor started calling her for payment. See, when we'd booked everything, we'd put it all under her name. Her email, her phone number. Made sense at the time. She was handling most of the planning details, wanted to be the main contact. I'd just been the one paying. Now every vendor was contacting her directly for the cancellation fees. And she couldn't pay them because she taught yoga part-time, making like $30,000 a year. She'd been living in my place rent-free. I'd covered groceries, utilities, most of our fun stuff. She had some savings, but nowhere near enough. Her ex definitely wasn't helping. According to my source, he'd been shocked. She expected him to pay for her failed wedding. The entitlement was Olympic level. About a week in, her mom showed up at my apartment, rang the doorbell like 50 times, answered through my Ring camera. "What? We need to talk about this situation." "No, we don't. Those vendor bills should be split 50-50. You were both getting married." I was getting married. She was killing time until her ex was available. She made a mistake. People make mistakes, and people pay for their mistakes. She signed the contracts, her name, her email, her phone. She can pay the bills. That's not fair. You canceled everything. After she left me. Cause and effect. She caused it. She can handle the effect. You're being vindictive. I'm being fair. She wanted her ex. She got him. She wanted out of our wedding. She got out. Now she gets the bills that come with those choices. She's going to be in debt. Her credit will be ruined. Then she should pay the bills. With what money? Not my problem to solve. She should ask the guy she left me for. He won't help. Sounds like she made a bad choice then. Still not my problem. Her mom stood outside my door for like 20 minutes yelling through the camera. Called me every name in the book. Said I was heartless. Said a real man would help his ex. Finally told her I'd call the cops for trespassing. She left screaming about getting a lawyer. Sure enough, few days later, I got a letter from some lawyer, demanding I pay half of all vendor cancellation fees as the other party to the canceled wedding ceremony. Took it to my own lawyer. He literally laughed out loud. "This is garbage. You canceled because she abandoned the relationship. The vendors are pursuing her because she's the primary account holder. Even though you paid the deposits, there's zero legal requirement for you to pay cancellation fees that resulted from her ending the relationship. So I ignore it? I'll respond professionally. But yeah, this is nonsense. You're fine." Felt pretty damn good about that. Week 2, her best friend cornered me at the grocery store. "You know she's suffering, right?" Kept loading my cart. "Okay, the bills are destroying her. She's working double shifts trying to pay them. Sounds exhausting. Don't you care? You loved her." Loved, past tense. She fixed that when she left me for her ex. It didn't even work out with him. He dumped her. Stopped. Looked at her. He what? He dumped her like a week after she left you. Said he wasn't ready for a relationship. She gave up everything for him, and he just couldn't help it. I laughed. Full-on belly laugh right there in the cereal aisle. "You think this is funny?" "Little bit, yeah. She blew up our entire life for a guy who dumped her a week later. That's objectively hilarious." She's devastated. So was I when she abandoned me at the wedding planner's office. We're even. You could help her. One check and this all goes away. Could, won't. Why not? Because she didn't make a mistake. She made a calculated decision. Waited 6 months for her ex to be available. Left me the second he was. That's not a mistake, that's a plan. And when her plan failed, that's not my problem to fix. You're heartless. I'm realistic. She wanted him, she chased him, she lost. Now she pays for it. That's life. Her friend left crying. Honestly felt bad for maybe 30 seconds. Then remembered the text. "Can't do this. Sorry." Like 3 years together was just something she couldn't do. Nah, no sympathy. Things escalated fast after that. Her father called me. Deep voice, trying to sound intimidating. "Son, we need to discuss your obligations. I'm not your son, and I don't have any obligations to your daughter anymore. You were engaged. You have a moral obligation to help." She broke the engagement when she left me. That actually ended my obligations. Those vendors are harassing her, calling constantly. Some are threatening legal action. Then she should pay them. She doesn't have that kind of money. She should have considered that before leaving. This is financial abuse. I actually laughed at that. Financial abuse is canceling wedding vendors after your fiancée abandons you for her ex? That's a new definition. You're destroying her credit, her future. She destroyed our future. I'm just not rebuilding hers for her. I'm warning you. Warning me what? You gonna sue me? Your daughter's lawyer already tried that. Didn't work. You gonna threaten me? Cool. I'll call the cops. You gonna keep harassing me? I'll get a restraining order. Your daughter made an adult decision. She can handle adult consequences. He started yelling. Hung up. Blocked. Got an email from her mom. Long, rambling thing about family and Christian values and forgiveness. My response, she left our family before it existed. She can ask her ex for forgiveness. Never responded after that. The mutual friends started picking sides. Lost a few who bought her sob story about me being cruel and heartless. The ones who knew the real story stuck around. Quality over quantity. Her ex started calling me. Actually had the balls to call me directly. Answered just to see what he'd say. Look man, we need to talk. We really don't. She's calling me crying about these bills, and you want me to pay them so she'll leave you alone? I mean, it would help everyone out. Everyone except me, who'd be out $20,000 helping my ex who left me for you. She didn't leave you for me. She left because she wasn't ready. She left because you told her your divorce was final. Don't gaslight me, dude. Whatever, that's not the point. The point is these bills are her responsibility. She signed the contracts. She made the choice to leave. She handles the consequences. Bro, be reasonable. I am being reasonable? You know what's unreasonable? Expecting your ex's ex to pay for the mess you helped create. I didn't create anything. She came to me. And you encouraged her, told her you'd made a mistake, that you wanted her back. She left me for you. You dumped her a week later, and now you want me to clean up your mess? That's rich. Look, I feel bad. You feel annoyed that she won't stop calling you. There's a difference. Can you just... No. Hung up. Blocked. The audacity of this dude calling me to ask me to pay bills so my ex would stop bothering him about the relationship she left me for. Unreal. A couple weeks in, her sister showed up at my work. Security called me down. Your girlfriend's sister is here. Ex-fiancée's sister. And I don't want to see her. She's causing a scene in the lobby. Great, went down. She was crying, mascara everywhere. Please, you have to help her. I don't have to do anything. 2 vendors have sent her to collections. Her credit score dropped like 200 points. She can't get an apartment. Why does she need an apartment? Because her friend kicked her out. She's been couch surfing. She's about to be homeless. Homeless or just without a permanent address because her ex won't let her move in? What's the difference? One is actual homelessness. One is the consequences of chasing a guy who doesn't want her. You're enjoying this. I'm not enjoying anything. I'm just not saving her from herself. You were gonna marry her. Yeah, and then she left me. That kind of canceled the whole for better or worse thing we would have promised. She knows she messed up. She wants to apologize. Cool, she can write it in her diary. Please, the vendors won't stop. Some are threatening to sue. She's going to declare bankruptcy. Then she declares bankruptcy. People do it all the time. Her life is ruined. She ruined it. I'm just not unruining it for her. Security escorted her out. She was screaming about karma and how I'd get what I deserved. Sure, Jan. Got a certified letter at home. From her. 3 pages handwritten about mistakes and regrets and how her ex had been manipulating her for months, messing with her head, making her think they had a future. How, when his divorce finalized and she'd left me, he'd been into it for like a week. Then reality hit. His alimony payments, his small apartment, his own issues. He didn't want a serious girlfriend, especially not one with drama. So he dumped her. She'd had a breakdown, begged him to reconsider. He'd blocked her. Now she was alone, drowning in bills, couldn't afford to live anywhere decent. Her credit destroyed, her family mad at her. She was sorry, so sorry. Biggest mistake of her life. Could I please help with the vendor bills? She'd pay me back. She promised. She just needed help. Read the whole thing twice. Then wrote back 1 sentence. You made your choice. Live with it. Didn't even sign it. Just sent it back. Here's where everyone ended up. My ex-fiancée eventually filed bankruptcy. Couldn't pay the vendor bills, let most of them go to collections, destroyed her credit. Last I heard from mutual friends, she's still renting a room from some stranger, still teaching yoga part-time, still single. Her ex moved across the country, got engaged to someone new pretty quick. My ex found out through social media and apparently had a complete meltdown. Realized she'd torched her entire life for a guy who never actually wanted her long-term. Her mom tried to sue me for emotional damages. My lawyer sent one letter, and she backed off immediately. Her dad tells anyone who'll listen that I'm a deadbeat who abandoned his daughter. Anyone who knows the real story just laughs. Her friends who picked her side eventually heard the truth from other people. Some apologized. Most just quietly unfriended us both and stayed out of it. As for me, not gonna lie, first couple months sucked. Grieving a relationship is weird when you're also angry. Kept expecting to see her around the apartment, kept expecting her to come home. Therapy helped a lot. Worked through the betrayal, the feeling stupid, the trust issues, learned stuff about myself and the red flags I'd ignored. The money hurt. Lost about 10 grand total on non-refundable deposits. Could have been worse though. Could have married her and then had this happen. Apartment stayed mine since her name was never on it. Dodged a bullet there. Sold the engagement ring for about 60% of what I paid. Used that money for a trip to clear my head. Came back different, lighter, started dating again eventually. Slow, careful. Trust issues are real, but working on it. Here's the thing, everyone wanted me to be the bigger person. Help her despite everything. Because that's what good people do, right? But being the bigger person doesn't mean being a doormat. She didn't make a mistake. She made a choice, a calculated one. 6 months of talking to her ex, waiting for his divorce. The second he was available, she was out. When it didn't work out and the bills started coming, she wanted me to save her, to be her safety net after she jumped ship. Hard pass. The vendor bills? Her responsibility. She signed everything. She was primary contact. She made the choice that required cancellation. Her credit? Unfortunate but fair. She took a risk. Risk didn't pay off. Her living situation? Not my circus. Everyone wanted me to help because we'd been together 3 years. Because I'd loved her. Because it was the right thing to do. But you know what? She'd spent 6 months emotionally cheating, keeping me as backup, planning her exit. That's not a mistake. That's calculated. She got exactly what she planned for, a chance with her ex. Just didn't work out how she expected. That's not my problem to fix. Been almost a year now. She's still dealing with the financial fallout, still rebuilding, still figuring it out. I'm just living my life. Free. Happy. Boundaries intact. And that's exactly how it should be. My fiancée posted photos from her secret weekend getaway, wearing an engagement ring I didn't give her. I commented, "Gorgeous ring, congratulations." Then I sent screenshots to her parents, the church, and every wedding vendor with "cancel everything" notices. When her mom called crying about the shame, I, 32 male, was scrolling Instagram with my morning coffee when I saw it. My fiancée, 29, posted a photo carousel, beach sunset, white dress, champagne, and on her left hand, a massive emerald-cut diamond that definitely wasn't the princess-cut solitaire I'd put there 8 months ago. Caption: "Sometimes life surprises you in the most magical ways, feeling blessed beyond words." Her college roommate in the comments: "OMG, finally." Her cousin: "About time he made it official." Her aunt: "So happy for you both." I scrolled through all 9 photos. There's this guy in half of them. Tall, athletic, polo shirt, boat shoes. Very, "my father will hear about this" energy. They're laughing together, his arm around her waist, that ring catching the sunset light. My ring? Nowhere. She was supposed to be at her sister's place this weekend helping with the nursery renovation. I sat there for a while, just processing. Then something clicked in my brain. That weird calm you get when you realize you're not crazy, you're not paranoid, you just found the evidence. Screenshotted everything, every photo, every comment, the timestamp, the location tag. Then I commented on her post, "Gorgeous ring, congratulations, he's a lucky guy." Started making calls, wedding coordinator, church office, reception venue, photographer, florist, caterer, DJ. One by one. "Hi, this is the groom, need to cancel everything, wedding's off." Some got voicemails, some answered. The photographer actually remembered us from the engagement shoot. "Oh no, I'm so sorry, are you both alright?" I'm fine. She's apparently engaged to someone else, so. Long pause on the other end. I'm sorry, what? Found out this morning. Instagram. Different guy, different ring, whole romantic beach weekend. That's absolutely horrible. I don't even know what to say. Nothing to say. Can you cancel our date? Of course. Done, and I'm genuinely sorry. That's just awful. The church was next. Not just any church, her family's church. 3 generations of baptisms, weddings, funerals. This was basically sacred ground for them. Got the pastor's email from our previous conversations. Attached all the screenshots. Dear Pastor, I'm formally requesting cancellation of our October ceremony. My fiancée has apparently become engaged to another individual, as evidenced by the attached images posted this morning. I apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Sent. Then I forwarded the screenshots to her parents. Just the photos. No message. Let them figure it out. Her dad called within minutes. What the hell is this? Photos your daughter posted this morning. Where did she get that ring? That's not yours. Correct. I could hear her mom freaking out in the background, demanding to see the phone. There has to be an explanation. Sure. She's engaged to 2 people. Don't be ridiculous. Did you 2 have a fight? No fight. Everything was fine. Then I woke up to photos of my fiancée wearing someone else's engagement ring at a beach house when she said she was at her sister's place. You can't just cancel everything without talking to us first. I can, actually. Already did. Church, venue, all of it. You canceled the church, our family's church, without permission? I'm the groom, or I was. Don't really need permission to cancel my own wedding. Her mom grabbed the phone. She was crying. This is a misunderstanding. You can't cancel everything before we figure out what's happening. What's there to figure out? She's wearing another man's engagement ring. We don't know the full story. She's not answering her phone. You're destroying everything. I'm not destroying anything. She already did that. The church, everyone will know. Do you have any idea the shame this brings on our family? And there it was. Not, oh my God, is our daughter cheating, or are you okay? Just the shame. What will people think? The shame is hers to own. How dare you? I hung up. My phone immediately exploded. Her sister, brother, friends, random people I barely knew, all demanding explanations, calling me crazy, saying I was spreading lies and ruining her reputation. Turned the phone off, pulled out my laptop, started sending formal cancellation notices to every vendor. Professional and brief. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we need to cancel our October booking. My fiancé has entered into an engagement with another individual. Please process this cancellation immediately and advise on deposit refunds per our contract terms. Attach the screenshots to each email as documentation. Hit send on all of them. Turned my phone back on hours later. Over 80 messages. Bunch of missed calls. 1 voicemail from my fiancé. What the hell did you do? My parents are losing it. The church called them. Vendors are emailing me about cancellations. Are you insane? Call me back, right now. Not I can explain. Not I'm so sorry. Not this isn't what it looks like. Just anger that I'd taken action. Deleted it. Update 1, she showed up at my apartment Sunday night, pounded on my door forever before I opened it. She looked panicked. Hair messy, no makeup, still in clothes from wherever she'd been. We need to talk. No, we don't. You can't just cancel our entire wedding. Already did. It's done. This is psychotic. You saw 1 post and just destroyed everything? 1 post of you wearing another man's engagement ring. Yeah, that'll do it. It's not what you think. I actually laughed. Then explain the ring, explain the guy, explain the beach house when you were supposedly helping your sister. She opened her mouth, closed it, tried again. He's someone from before you. We reconnected. It's complicated. Complicated how? I didn't mean for this to happen. I was confused. I needed time to figure things out. And you figured things out by getting engaged to him? It wasn't supposed to go public yet. He posted before I could stop him, and I just went with it. I was going to talk to you this week. The audacity. Like the problem was the timing of the Instagram post. So your plan was what? Keep me in the dark while you decided between us? Keep me paying for our wedding while you made up your mind? You're twisting this. I'm clarifying it. You wanted options. Didn't work out. My parents are devastated. Do you have any idea what you've done to my family? To your family, are you serious? The church has been calling them. My mom is humiliated. Everyone's asking questions. Yeah, they should be asking questions, like why their daughter is a... Don't you dare make me the villain when you went nuclear without even talking to me. My neighbor pounded on the wall. We were yelling. I lowered my voice. Get out. No, we're fixing this. We can still salvage. There's nothing to salvage. You picked him. Congrats. Now leave. I didn't pick him. I haven't picked anyone. You wore his ring. You posted photos. You spent a romantic weekend with him. Those are choices. She started crying. Full breakdown. This isn't how it was supposed to go. We were supposed to have the perfect wedding. With which husband? She went quiet. Leave your tea. You're really doing this? Throwing away everything we built? I'm not throwing it away. You did. I'm accepting reality. She literally threw the tea at my chest. You're going to regret this when you calm down and realize you overreacted. I am calm. This is me calm. Closed the door. Locked it. Stood there shaking. Monday morning, her dad showed up at my office. Security called asking if they should send him away. I let him up. He sat down without asking. We need to handle this like adults. Your daughter cheated and got engaged to someone else. What's to handle? She made a mistake. A stupid, impulsive mistake. But you canceled everything without giving her a chance. She had her chance yesterday, said she was confused and needed time to decide between me and him. His face twitched. She said that? Word for word. He looked away. The wedding's been planned for months. Deposits paid. The church date is sacred to our family. The contracts are in my name. The deposits were my money. I'm entitled to cancel. This isn't about legal rights. It's about doing what's right. Giving her a chance to fix this. She's wearing someone else's ring. How do you fix that? She'll give it back. He's some rich kid from her college days, swept her off her feet with expensive gifts. She got caught up in a fantasy, but she loves you. She wants to marry you. Does she? Or does she want the wedding that's already planned? He stood up. You're letting pride destroy something beautiful. She destroyed it. I'm just not pretending it's still intact. My family is humiliated. The church, our friends, everyone knows something happened. My wife hasn't stopped crying. Your daughter humiliated herself. I'm declining to participate in the cover-up. You're cruel. I'm realistic. There's a difference. He left. I went home early, found vendor responses in my email. Reception venue, non-refundable deposit, but date released. Caterer, 60% refund. Photographer, full refund with another sympathy message. Also got an email from the church. The pastor wanted to meet with both of us for counseling before finalizing the cancellation. Standard procedure. I replied, counseling won't fix this. Please proceed with cancellation. Then her college friends added me to a group chat. Just started attacking. You're a coward for not letting her explain. Real men fight for relationships. She made one mistake and you're punishing her forever? You never really loved her. I read through maybe 30 messages. Then typed, she got engaged to someone else while engaged to me. If you think that's one mistake, your standards are broken. I didn't walk away, she did. I'm just not chasing. Left the group. My buddy called wanting to grab a beer. We met up. You're weirdly calm about this. What's the alternative? Fall apart? Most people would. I'm angry and hurt, but falling apart doesn't help. She made her choice. I'm making mine. That ring in the photos was massive. Dude must have serious money. Good for him, he can pay for his own wedding. Think they'll actually get married? Don't know. Don't care. Got home late. She'd texted from a friend's phone. Can we please just talk? Really talk? I know I messed up, but we can fix this. I stared at it for a while. Part of me wanted to respond, but there wasn't anything to say. She got engaged to someone else. That's not complicated. That's just done. Didn't reply. Went to bed. Update 2. The church situation got ridiculous fast. Pastor called me. I spoke with the family. They're requesting I hold off on finalizing the cancellation. They believe this can be resolved through counseling. It's not their wedding. I understand, but the family has been members here for over 30 years. Significant contributors to the building fund, youth programs, various ministries. There's pressure to handle this delicately. So money talks, even in church. You're saying the date isn't actually canceled? I'm asking you both to come in for one counseling session before I make a final decision. That's not how this works. I formally requested cancellation. You can't hold it hostage. Please understand my position. I understand perfectly. They donate money, so you're prioritizing their wishes. Got it. I'll be speaking with my attorney. Hung up. Called my cousin, who's a lawyer. She laughed. They can't force you into counseling. Send them a certified letter formally withdrawing. If they don't comply, we escalate. Did exactly that. Meanwhile, social media became a war zone. My ex deleted her Instagram post, but people had screenshotted it. It was circulating everywhere. Her friends went nuclear. One posted a long story about how I was controlling and manipulative and had financially abused her by cutting off wedding funds. Which was insane because there were no joint wedding funds. I paid everything directly. I screenshotted her story and posted my own response. For anyone spreading lies, I discovered my fiancé got engaged to another person through Instagram. I canceled our wedding. No abuse, no control, no cutting off funds. Just a guy who declined to pay for a wedding to someone marrying someone else. Screenshots available. Tagged the friend. My phone exploded, but the narrative shifted. People started demanding proof from her friends. They had none. The friend deleted her story, blocked me, went private, then her sister called, the one she was supposedly helping that weekend. I need you to know I had no idea. She told everyone she was with me. I didn't know she was lying. Okay, she's fallen apart, completely, staying with our parents, crying constantly. That's unfortunate. That's IT? That's all you can say? What do you want me to say? She knows she messed up, she's desperate to fix it. The other guy, she ended it. She's not even talking to him. Doesn't change anything. Why are you being so cold? People make mistakes, right? Getting drunk and kissing someone, mistake. Having an entire secret relationship, accepting a proposal, posting about it publicly, those are choices. She got swept up. He's wealthy, charming, promised her everything. She made bad decisions, but she came to her senses. After getting caught, there's a difference. You won't give her any chance? If your husband posted engagement photos with another woman, would you just forgive him? Silence. Goodbye. Friday brought something unexpected. The other guy called, got my number somehow. Is this the other fiancé? Who's this? The guy whose proposal your girlfriend accepted. Funny, I was about to say the same thing, except she was my fiancé first, for 8 months, wedding in October. Dead silence. What? Yeah, we're engaged, or were. Then I saw your beach photos. She told me she was single, just out of a long relationship. She told me she was helping her sister. More silence. Are you messing with me right now? I wish. She's apparently been engaged to both of us. Holy, we've been together 3 months. She never mentioned you. Not once. 3 months? She told me a few weeks. He laughed bitterly. Of course she did. Did she mention her debt? My stomach dropped. What debt? About 30 grand in credit cards. Said her ex stuck her with it. I'd been helping with payments. I'd never heard about any debt. We kept finances separate, but she'd never mentioned anything like that. She told me you were some rich college ex trying to win her back. Rich? I mean, I do okay, but that ring set me back significantly. I wanted to prove I was serious. We both sat there. So what now? I finally said. Now I'm done. I don't do drama, and I definitely don't do liars. You can consider this a heads up from one guy to another. Appreciate it. He hung up. I sat there trying to process. She'd been lying to everyone. Different stories, hidden debt, keeping us completely separate. My phone buzzed. Text from her mom. We need to talk in person. Tomorrow. Update 3. Met her parents at a coffee shop. Neutral ground. They looked destroyed. Her mom's eyes were swollen. Her dad looked like he'd aged years. Her mom started before I even sat down. She's in therapy, starting medication. She's taking this seriously. Okay. That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say? Her dad leaned forward. The pastor agreed to hold the date for 60 days while she works on herself. We're hoping you'll reconsider. I won't. Her mom's voice cracked. Please. She made terrible choices, but she's trying. Doesn't that matter? It matters for her future, not for this relationship. Why are you being so stubborn? She got engaged to someone else while engaged to me. She lied about where she was, who she was with. She has hidden debt. She told him I was an ex, told me he was an ex. That's not a mistake, that's a pattern. Her dad tried a different angle. What if we paid for everything, the entire wedding, every vendor? You wouldn't pay $1. No, why not? Because I don't want to marry someone I can't trust. Money doesn't fix that. Her mom started crying harder. The shame is killing us. Everyone at church is talking. How do we explain our daughter was engaged to 2 men? Tell the truth, or lie like she did. Your choice. Her dad stood up. You're determined to punish her. I'm protecting myself from someone who proved they can't be trusted. That's not punishment. That's survival. They left. The pastor called later. I received your letter. After consideration and prayer, I'm releasing the wedding date. I'm sorry it ended this way. Thank you. For what it's worth, I think you're making the right choice. Some things can't be fixed through counseling. I should have recognized that sooner. The reception venue emailed Monday. Her parents had contacted them offering to pay a rebooking fee to keep the date. I called immediately. Do not accept any payments from anyone except me. The wedding is canceled. Final. Understood. Next few weeks were quiet. No messages from her, her family, her friends. The other guy texted once. She tried calling. Didn't answer. Thought you should know. Didn't respond. Worked on getting refunds. Lost about $3,000 total. Cheaper than a divorce. My cousin helped make sure everything was legally clean. No shared accounts, no obligations. The only loose end was my ring. She never returned it. Then last month, 6 weeks after everything exploded, I got a padded envelope, no return address. The ring was inside, with a note. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything. I destroyed something good because I got greedy and wanted more than I deserved. You deserved better. I'm returning this because it belongs to you. What we had belongs to you. I don't get to keep any of it. I stared at that note. Part of me wanted to feel vindicated. She admitted it, apologized, took responsibility. But mostly I just felt sad. Sad for the wasted time. Sad for what could have been if she'd just been honest. Took the ring to a jeweler, sold it, used the money toward a new car I'd been wanting. Ran into her brother at the store recently. We'd been friendly. He came over. Hey, how are you? Managing. You? Family's been better. She's still in therapy, living with our parents, working on the debt situation. Good. Hope it helps. For what it's worth, I don't blame you. What she did was wrong. I told her that. Thanks for saying that. And I'm sorry about the church thing. My parents pushing counseling. That wasn't fair. It's fine. We talked for another minute, then went separate ways. So here's where things are now, about 2 months later. Wedding, canceled. Lost some deposits, got others back. Her, therapy, living with parents, dealing with debt and whatever else. Her family, still humiliated. Stopped going to their regular church apparently. Going somewhere else now. The other guy, blocked her, moved on. Me, doing all right. Work's good, hanging with friends. Sold my apartment, got a smaller place. Fresh start felt necessary. Some people think I overreacted. Should have tried counseling, given her another chance. Maybe they're right, but here's the thing. She didn't make one mistake. She made hundreds. Every lie. Every time she said I love you while planning a future with someone else. Those weren't mistakes. Those were choices. And I chose not to compete for someone who should have chosen me from the start. The revenge wasn't dramatic. No public confrontations, no attempts to destroy her life. Just methodical dismantling of the future she assumed would wait while she explored her options. Her mom was right. The shame mattered. Not to me, but to them. Years building this image of the perfect family. Shattered publicly. The church community they'd been part of forever? Can't face them anymore. That wasn't my revenge. That was just consequences. I didn't ruin her life. She did that herself. I just declined to help maintain the illusion that everything was fine. And that's enough.